and welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad that you decided to join me. We are currently on day 7 on our journey to the purpose pivot. This podcast is available on YouTube, GrindStone Coaching. My name is Karen. I am the founder of GrindStone Coaching. GrindStone Coaching is a space for leaders to find rest, realignment, and reconnection with God, with His purpose, and His unique call on your life. We do this using biblical principles to bring clarity as well as practical tools that you can use throughout your everyday business as well as your personal life. Whether you choose our one-to-one coaching, our group workshops, or our signature Grow program, this is a space where transformation happens. Because we don't do this alone. God goes before us. And at GrindStone Coaching, He is the foundation of everything that we build. And to give you a sample of what it's like to journey with me, I'm sharing this free devotional called The Purpose Pivot, again, which is also the name of my podcast. This is 7 days of encouragement to remind you that your value is not in your resume, it's not in your titles or your degrees. It is rooted in who God says you are. So today, again, we are on day 7, where we will say yes again. So let's get into it. Our scripture is from Isaiah 6 and 8. Then I heard a voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" And I said, "Here am I, send me." So, sometimes the hardest yes is often not the first one. It's the one that comes after disappointment, after that delay, or after that detour. When Isaiah answered God's call, it wasn't from a place of perfection. It was from a place of surrender. He had seen the holiness of God, felt the weight of his own inadequacy, and yet he said yes. Maybe your pivot hasn't been instant. Maybe you have even wrestled with grief over what you thought it would be. Maybe your last assignment just wore you down, and now you're hesitant to begin again. But here's what you need to know. You're still called, you're still anointed, and God still wants your yes. Not your performance, not your perfection, but your availability. Are you available today? There is nothing wrong with needing a pause before saying yes, before that next step. There's wisdom in resting. There is courage when you admit that you're tired. And there's also power when you say, "I am ready now. I trust you again. I say yes." You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to respond. So, the thought to take away from today's lesson: think about where you have been hesitant to say yes again. What would it look like if you surrendered that hesitation? I want you to be able to say yes again. We may not have all the answers, but we can trust in one who does. So that was day 7. If you want the full devotion, again, it's available on my website at www.grindstonecoaching.com. It's free. But if you're ready to go deeper, I would love to be your coach. We could have a purposeful conversation. And if you're ready, you can book online today. That is all I have for now. Thank you so much for joining me for these 7 days.